Imagine sitting in a sunlit garden, surrounded by lush greenery, sharing a meal with a group of people who make you feel at home. There's laughter, conversation, and a sense of connection so profound it seems to wrap you in warmth. For Kye Aziz, an asylum seeker from Indonesia now living in Melbourne, this scenario wasn't just a pleasant afternoon, it was a life-changing moment. Living in Australia, where life can feel individualistic and lonely, I hadn't realized how much I needed something like this, says Aziz. When we're outside, laughing together, it feels like being transported home. This feeling of connection, of finding belonging in nature and among others, is more than just a pleasant experience. Science is beginning to reveal its transformative power. The healing power of nature. In the 1980s, the Japanese government popularized shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, to help stressed urban workers reconnect with nature. It wasn't just a cultural trend, it became a field of scientific inquiry. Dr. Ching Lee, a clinical professor at Nippon University in Tokyo, discovered that forest bathing could lower blood pressure, reduce stress hormones, stabilize the nervous system, and even boost immune function. This profound connection to nature, described by naturalist Edward Wilson as biophilia, reflects an innate love for life and living things. It's no surprise that being in nature reduces anxiety, depression, anger, and fatigue. But recent studies suggest it can do even more. Nature can heal loneliness. Nature's role in connection. Researchers have uncovered that spending time in green spaces reduces negative thought patterns linked to loneliness. One study found that immersing oneself in nature diminishes activity in a brain region tied to rumination, those looping, self-critical thoughts that can worsen isolation. Now, a groundbreaking global experiment called Recetas is harnessing these findings. Spanning 6 countries, from Ecuador to Australia, this initiative combines nature, outdoor activities, and group connection to redefine healthcare and address loneliness. Dr. Jill Litt, an environmental studies and public health expert from the University of Colorado Boulder, explains, nature makes people feel ready for change, open to new experiences, and more connected to others. Litt's observations began with community gardening. She noticed how getting your hands dirty and being with others created a sense of belonging. Inspired, she wondered, what if we combined nature, group activities, and social connection? Co-creating connection. In Recetas' 4th year, participants in Melbourne, Prague, Barcelona, and beyond have already experienced profound benefits. From beach explorations to gardening and sniff-faris, nature walks focused on smelling plants, the activities blend local landscapes with shared interests. It wasn't just about exploring nature, says Nerkez Oppesin, a research fellow at the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology. Sharing meals, for example, became a space to connect, share cultures, and build understanding. This co-creation process ensures the activities resonate deeply with participants. Aziz, for instance, found solace in group routines. More than friendships, I became attached to the group. When it ended, I realized how much I'd missed that rhythm of belonging, he shares. Why it works. Nature uniquely fosters connection in several ways. Restoring attention, natural settings help us stay present, encouraging positive interactions and easing the weight of past negativity. Evoking nostalgia. For many, nature stirs memories of home, childhood, or safety. Even for refugees like Aziz, it can recall comforting moments from a time before displacement. Creating safe spaces, simply being outdoors, sharing meals, and exploring together reduces barriers, fostering openness without pressure. Nature often reminds people of their best selves and their connections to others, explains Oppesin. It's always a positive feeling. A new model of care. The potential of initiatives like Recetas is vast. If successful, it could reshape healthcare by prioritizing human connection over pharmaceuticals. By offering activities like gardening or birdwatching, Recetas not only reduces loneliness but also lowers healthcare costs and improves physical well-being. It's revolutionary, says Dr. Laura Colplanis, a co-lead of Recetas. Having 2 hours face-to-face with others in nature is transformative for health and happiness. A future of belonging. For people like Aziz, these moments in nature represent more than a break from routine, they're a reminder that connection is always within reach. It's not just about feeling less lonely, it's about feeling human again, he reflects. As the Recetas experiment continues, its early success offers hope to a world grappling with loneliness. Nature, as it turns out, might just be the most powerful prescription of all.